Shemai, today we're going to have a look at the hawthorn, or Crataegus monogyna, or in Welsh, Draenen wen. It's a spiky plant that can grow to about 10 to 15 metres tall and can live, actually in extreme cases, up to 400 years plus, but is regularly around 250 years. That's a bit more typical. Hawthorn is a deciduous tree with a short trunk generally and a dense spiky crown. It's twisted and thorny and often, as in this case, seen in hedges. It's a very tough tree that can withstand harsh weathers and will grow high up on hills and in cold and snowy climates. And the wood is a very hard wood. Hawthorn is often confused with blackthorn that we've looked at previously, but blackthorn will come out into flower before the leaves, and hawthorn will be one of the first trees to come into leaf, and then flowers around about now, which is another reason why it's called the Mayflower. The flowers attract lots of insects, and the tree itself can support more than 300 insects, and the spiny, spiky thorns that grow on it also means it's a great place for nesting birds, as it can protect them from predators. The flowers appear usually May to June and are 8 to 15 millimetres across. The leaves can be anywhere from 3 to 6 centimetres, and these flowers in the autumn will turn into beautiful bright red berries, which usually appear September to October. They're about 1 centimetre long or round, and have a single stone in them. The berries are also known as haws, which are a fantastic food for birds and small mammals. Hawthorns have many different names, one of them being May or Mayflower because of the flowering in May, and another one is quickthorn because it's often used as a quick growing hedge. Once it's put in, it will create a thorny barrier and also grows quick. The name haw in hawthorn derives from hedge. It comes from the meaning for hedge, and also it can be used as hay or haw or hag. It often appears in place names. For example, hay on Wye, so it's the hawthorn on the Wye. This ability to be used to create hedges has resulted in being mentioned in many ancient charters and boundary surveys. During the period of parliamentary enclosure of land between 1750 and 1850, 200,000 miles of hawthorn hedges were planted across Britain, which is why it's a very, very common plant to see in the hedges now. Hawthorns have many uses. The flowers and the leaves can be eaten and are known as bread and cheese. It's also, the wood can be used for firewood and charcoal. It's said to burn at a very high temperature. It's also used for wood turning and engraving. Hawthorn also has medicinal uses, so it can be used as a medicine, and it's got yet another name, the father of the heart, as it can be used to treat heart and circulatory problems. There are lots of superstitions that surround hawthorn trees. For example, a fear of bringing it into the house. It was seen as a warning of death, because as this blossom fades, it releases a chemical called triethylamine, which grossly smells like a dead body. However, the purpose of that is to attract insects for pollination. This smell, this rotten smell, is linked to the Great Plague and is said to be the smell of the Great Plague. Hawthorn are also said to have many magical associations. It can protect from evil and has been used as an amulet of love. Twigs were often attached to babies' cribs in the old days to protect against illness. And the tree is believed to be a meeting place of spirits and fairies. For gardeners, there's an old saying that says, "Cast ne'er a clout ere May is out," which means don't do anything until May is out. And it's not talking about the month. It's thought that it's talking about the flowers on the hawthorns, because generally there will be frosts up until hawthorn flower. It's for this reason that hawthorn coming into flower signifies the turning of spring into summer. So there it is, the hawthorn. A tree with lots of superstition and uses and magic behind it. At this time of year, there is nothing nicer than seeing hedges absolutely loaded with these beautiful flowers. So pop out, see if you can find one. Good luck.